Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for another episode of Chellington Valley. I would like to welcome Jaddy Dewell, who just happens to be the 1000th subscriber to Harv's World. He has that distinction, so welcome Jaddy, and Trevor Smith. Welcome to Harv's World, guys. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Anyway, it's a Sunday morning. I just finished up at church and I'm taking a little walk through, well, headed back to my truck actually. There's not a lot of parking around Chellington, I have to tell you. If I'm honest, I probably should have gone to church in Carlton, but I really wanted to come downtown today just to look around a little bit. And of course, even on a Sunday, being a business owner, my phone was ringing, and a certain farmer just has to, and I mean has to, have a field cleared today. He's just terrified that he's going to lose his crop, so I agreed to go take care of his crop. Now, Julie and I have been working hard. We have done a lot of work around the valley. As you can see, well, Harv's Helping Hands finances are in pretty darn good shape just at the moment. And the reason that is well, we picked up several jobs around and knocked those out over the last couple of days. So with any business, it's going to be best to reinvest, but I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with that money specifically. I'm going to get this job knocked out, and then we're going to see what we can do with my own field now that I own one. It's definitely time to start moving that forward and thinking about what I'm going to do to advance Harv's Helping Hands. Now, I do have a new fellow that's going to be starting up. Not today. I'm going to try him out. His name is Nigel. And, well, we'll see how he works out. Because, frankly, Julie and I have been picking up as much work as we can handle with two of us. And, and I was really concerned initially with Julie bringing her on because I was just trying to keep things together for myself at the moment. But I'm sure I can get enough work to keep three of us going also. At this point, there doesn't seem to be any shortage of jobs for someone who's willing to work hard around the valley. So I'm going to give Nigel a shot. We'll see how he does. But that won't be today. Not for today. Today is going to be about Harv. I mean, I do have this one job to get done. I don't need Julie's help for it. But this is it. Sorry, Mr. Farmer. I'm not spending all day in your field. Quick harvest, and then off to work on my own farm. So, as I said, let me knock this out. We'll see where things stand. Well, it didn't take too long, but that job is done. Done, and done. And it, well, you can see it brought in a nice little chunk of change between the leftover oats, the straw bales, and of course, the contract itself. Can't complain, especially since he called me up in such a dire need of emergency. I'm gonna lose my crop. I need it right now. That's part of being a farmer, I reckon. Okay, well, now it's time to get work done on my own field. You hear that music? Yeah, I'm gonna show you what that's all about here in just a minute. Interesting, very interesting. I didn't expect it to be that loud, but well, yeah, you'll see in just a minute. So working on my own field here. I am going to need all of this stuff. But all I really need to get started is the mower. Which means I got to get it off this trailer, and I'll just use this this little Fiat. It'll sort me out. Interestingly enough, I must not have released this. Interesting. There it goes. Ah, Harv. What am I going to do with you, buddy? And you know, I actually should. Being Sunday and all. I should do some repair work on this stuff just to make sure it's up to snuff. It's not in too bad a shape. Okay, good. Alright, you hear this? So, the other day... Open, fool. There you go. The other day I was standing out here admiring my handiwork. Now granted, it wasn't perfect or anything. But, a woman happened by. She was driving by, saw me out here looking, and, she said, you know, I like your sign, but it could be a lot better. I think she was just being nice. And so she said, yeah, I just happened to be a sign maker. And so what she did was she came in, rebuilt the sign, she added lighting to it. So at night it'll be lit up. It does look a lot nicer, I have to admit. And she added a music player to it. Ooh, that's loud. That's really loud. I'm gonna have to turn that down. Anyway, her name is Rebecca, but she insisted I call her Bex. And the nice thing is, I mean, she was perfectly willing to do that free of charge. So, thank you, Bex. I very much appreciate it. I do what I can, you know. Just trying to get a business up and running. That's the thing, you know. She remembered the days when she was getting her business up and running, and so she was very generous about reworking that sign for me. Okay, well, this is a good-sized grass field, even without, because I know it needs some maintenance. I know it needs quite a bit of maintenance. I know it's ready for some lime. I know it's ready for, well, by the time I'm done mowing, it's going to need a coat of fertilizer for sure. But it won't need any of that stuff unless I get this, mower fired up and get working. And this is one thing I like about this mower. It does not waste time. Mowing at Mach 204. Okay, that's extreme, but you kind of get the picture. You know, this field didn't look that big when I bought it. It's actually a really good sized field, though. Now, I do have a lot of money built up. So, the day that you saw Julie and I working together, well, that day we had one contract left to finish up, so we did finish that one up. A couple of folks called needing some fertilizer jobs done. A couple more folks called and wanted silage bales made. And I've really been focusing on the silage bales because, well, they pay a lot better than anything else. And effectively take the same amount of work. So, yeah, I mean, I could be doing hay bales, no problem. I have the equipment for it. Actually, I don't. I don't have a tedder yet. that might be a piece of equipment I need to pick up and resolve. So if the silage bale contracts start waning a little bit, I can fill in with hay. But the hay contracts just don't pay as much, so of course I'm going to take the higher value contracts. And in fact, you know, while I'm thinking about it, I should probably jump into my finance screen. Hold that thought for a minute. So here we've got our finances, and this is today's row right here. Now ignore this, I filled these in wrong. Today is actually Sunday. But you can see maintenance costs 116. Sold bales 19,000. That was a couple different contracts that came in at the same time. I spent 4,100 on fertilizer, 6,000 on harvest income, so that's what I made off the spare oats today. And then as the contracts paid off, some of those contracts don't come in until the following day, so you can see right here, I mean, over the last couple days, several days, but you know, this is earnest money, and this is where I can also pay back the loan. And I think I'm going to go all the way to 40 grand because I'm sitting on 250. That'd get me down to 210. So there we go, 40,000 paid off. Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Yeah, very nice indeed. So yeah, things are looking up in a big way. That leaves me 39,000 to reinvest back into my business. And yes, I know I need to advance myself as well, but I really want to focus on the business. Like I said, I do have a new guy starting up, Nigel, which means if I've got Nigel and Julie working, well, I'm going to need to have a separate kit almost. I'm going to have 2 mowers instead of 1 at the bare minimum. Now, one could be mowing, the other can be tedding, windrowing, or baling. One could be mowing one field. You know, maybe I start one earlier in the day. Like, let's say, for example, Julie starts at 8 a.m. and she goes out and starts mowing fields. Nigel comes in at 10 a.m. and he goes out and starts windrowing behind her. Then when she's done mowing, she comes and gets the baler and starts baling Nigel's windrows, and then Nigel starts wrapping bales. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it sorts itself out. It's probably going to be better to have one person per contract. I'm not sure yet. Hey, new business owner, man. I'm sorting all this stuff out. Trying to figure out what's going to be the best way to keep these people working and working efficiently, I guess, is really what I'm getting at here. I need to find an efficient solution, which is going to mean more equipment. For now, with the exception of maybe a little something extra, I think we'll have to sort it out with that. And that's not including any help that I can give, obviously. I mean, I'm going to be out there working too. But I have the managerial side of things that I have to think about. Anyway, we'll get it sorted. No worries. Absolutely, positively, no worries whatsoever. Now, other than being a little bit narrow, I personally think this mower does a pretty I personally think this mower does a pretty outstanding job. I can't complain with its functionality. But the fields that we're doing, you know, this is probably about average. It's actually smaller than the average field that we've been working. And well, you can see this is going to take quite some time with the small mower. Again, no complaints. It's doing what I need it to do. But we are getting to a point where expediting these jobs is going to become even more important. And again, who knows? Maybe I will just have a whole bunch of Julies out there kicking this grass in the butt. I don't know. As I always do, I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, I'm going to get this grass field mowed, windrowed, baled, and wrapped. Well, that wasn't too awful. Didn't take too long enough. Now I just got to collect these bales up and get them loaded. And I'm going to tell you right now, Julie is way better at this than I am. Way better at this. But I'll get the job done. No worries there. Didn't get a lot. How many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, you know what that means? Well, I checked the prices earlier, and that's 15,000 pounds. 15,000 pounds worth of grass off a field that's not even remotely prepped and ready. Like I said, it needs fertilizer, it needs lime. So the next grass harvest off of this is going to be significantly better. a lot better. Because each of these bales is worth 1,500. We've got 10 of them. That's 15,000 quid. This field's going to pay for itself in no time. No time whatsoever. Yeah, see, Julie's way better at this than I am. I should have left this job for her. That would be... Well, she's getting paid. She is getting paid. It's not like I'm being a cheapskate here or anything. Well, not a big one anyway. See what I'm talking about? I just do not have the bale loading skill set. Come on. Maybe it's because she loads them the other way. But whatever. We could speculate all day. I'm not going there. She's just better at it than I am, and probably always will be, if I'm honest. I think it requires a level of ability to manage tedium. Now you might say, but Harv, it's way more tedious to get out there and mow and bale and all of that. I would argue no. Because while yes, the jobs might seem more tedious up front, at the same time, I find them relaxing because I can just drive and mow, drive and rake, drive and do whatever I'm doing, and not think too much about it, and I can have my mind on other things. I can sort out issues with the business. What am I gonna, I'm still trying to figure out what am I gonna do as far as equipment goes. If Nigel works out, and I've got 2 people working, in fact, the more I think about it, the more I think that's going to be a good idea. And then you do silly things like this and get your bale rolling down a hill. You stop right now. And then you get to the point where you start talking to your bales, and well, you know you've been working too long when you start having meaningful conversations with your bales, let me tell you. Okay, I guess the words stop right there aren't exactly a meaningful conversation. But you get the general idea. I am glad I got the wide bale forks, though, for this very reason right here. No, no. Sit, Ubu, sit. You're just not going to, are you? Going to insist on being a pain in my tuchus. No. Yep, yeah, there. Good, very good. 3 left. I need 1 to finish off this bottom layer. I'm gonna grab him a little bit more to the left. About like so. And I am not going to run these down to the sale point because, well, it's getting a little bit late in the day, and I do want to get finish up on this field. I want it prepped and complete and ready for its next growth. And so I'm not going to worry about selling them. I already know what price they're going to bring. So it's basically money in the bank. Alright, let me see if I can just tighten them up a little bit. Just a smidge. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to try to do this, and then I'm just going to muck the whole trailer load up. Oh, look at that. Holy crap. Or holy guacamole, or whatever you prefer. Get some straps on those things before they can go wacko on me. That's the way things go for me, I swear, especially when I'm loading bales. It won't take much before they are flying all over creation. Besides, I want to use this tractor to finish up this field because this is a nice little tractor to use for spreading, which is pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Well, it is what I'm going to be doing. Spreading fertilizer, spreading lime. Come on, just ease right. There you go. There you go. That's a good bale fork. Oh, now the question is, can I get these high enough to get them on the second level? Please say. Whoa. That was fun. Ooh. Just barely. Just barely go up there. Look at that. On it like a car bonnet. Sit. Sit. Very nice indeed. Let's restrap these things. Maybe this one too. Yeah, I think that'll hold them. As strange as that might look, they're not going anywhere. All right. 10 bales, well loaded. Hey, I might give Julie a run for her money yet. Just don't tell her I said that, please. Okay, now the real question is, do I have enough lime? Because I don't know if you know or not, but we can go through a lot of lime in a short amount of time. A very short amount of time. And I'm off my track already. That's not going to help the situation, is it? Especially if I'm going to squirrel around like that. Now the shop is open today. I'm just trying to avoid having to go down there. They do open on Sundays. But I just really hope I can get this field done with what I have. No guarantees, though. Other than to cross my fingers and pray. It's Sunday. So maybe if I'm praying on Sunday, then God is listening a little more closely. We will hope. Then again, I knew this electrical pole was going to come in handy, though. I am not going to have enough. Almost sure of it. Well, it's not over till it's over. Well, luckily it's not a long trip to the shop, so no harm, no foul, just a few $100 that I was hoping to avoid, but not necessarily for any particular reason, just, no, I'm just way overloading this thing. Oh, well, life goes on. This way, I've got enough. I don't have to worry about hitting all the spots I missed. I can just go over them and be done with it. No worries. It's not like lime is terribly expensive or anything. I mean, honestly. So if I miss a spot like this, I can just come right back over and be done with it. Besides, at this point, I kind of want to use up what's in the spreader because I need to use it for fertilizer anyway, and I don't need the extra pallets sitting around. So we'll just get happy with it. Although I don't want to have to refill it again either, so... I missed one little tiny bit of grass right there. Harv, shame on you. Oh, please spare me. I work hard. And frankly, you know, I don't know if you guys have experienced this or not, but I've known plenty of people who have. And, well, you get to a point where the work you do every day is the last thing you want to do when you get home. So a guy who, let's say for example, does landscaping, or a woman, I'm not being sexist here, but they do landscaping, what's the last thing they want to do when they come to their own house? The landscaping. Because you do it every day. Makes sense, right? You're bloody well right. And, well, between Julie and I, we have been doing grass contracts for the locals for as long as I can remember now. And, let's face it. Although, to be fair, I'm not doing... Well, okay, we're talking about the little tiny bit of grass that I missed. Plus, I need to still get my lawn mowed. Which should produce a nice little amount of... Well, yeah, I think we got about 3 bales off it the last time. Yeah, we might as well put the fertilizer where it belongs. I still need to get equipment put away. Yeah, maybe I'll just have Nigel do that when he comes in tomorrow. That'll give me a feel for how well he knows how to operate stuff. I like this little farm all. You know, this is some... Okay, I've got 39,000. I should have done this while I was at the shop anyway. I need to get a pressure washer. I know I'm not taking care of this equipment the way that I should. I need to start getting it cleaned up. That'll be part of somebody's job at the end of the day. Don't... Okay, well, I know I've read about this. We can fake it, but just so you're aware, occasionally on Chellington Valley, when you put lime on a field, it automatically sets it to double fertilized, which is the case here. So I can run this field with fertilizer to go through fertilizer in the way I normally should. However, if we look at our map, you can see it already believes it has a full coat. So that is a map issue. Just so you know, it's not a Harv issue. But the lime should hold up for a while, so there's no problem there. I should at least get... It's 3, right? 3 harvests of grass off the field before it needs lime again. That should be right. Which means I will be fertilizing that field regularly as I harvest it some more. But I am intrigued to find out exactly what it's going to produce now that it's fully limed and fully fertilized. But that is quite a bit. We actually got that new field taken care of today, which makes me personally very happy. I think now it's time for me to get out the riding mower and take care of the lawn. Not that that's necessarily what I want to do, but it's what I'm going to do. But I think that's going to do it for this episode of Chellington Valley. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And remember, we will be meeting Nigel in the not too distant future. I appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.